Hello, everyone's. I am here for my review of Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 6, Episode 16. If you were new to my channel, welcome. I am Lady T. I like to do reviews on scripted reality shows as well as scripted shows. If you're returning, you one of my peoples, well, welcome back. So let's get into some comments from last week. We have Samora Lawrence. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing that right. I agree with you. That's all Monique is known for, fighting. She is not known for her business endeavors. All she is known for is her fight. And I was like, that is sad that, that is all she is known for, fighting. Now, Rambling K says, we all know they only attribute fighting to Monique and not her other accomplishments. Yeah, I agree with both of y'all. So shout out to Samora Lawrence and Rambling K for the comments from last week's video. So let's get into this video. The couples, they've come back from the boat. G is done making fun of Ashley because she's sleeping. I probably would have been annoyed if I was sleepy too, but at the same time, you see how it feels when you not bothering anybody and somebody come over and continuously poking you. But anyway, Wendy says she gonna have a crab boil. Now, I was late to the crab leg game. I was like in my mid 20s before I first had crab legs. And now I'm like, yeah, that is my jam. Me and my nephew, it's almost like we in competition of who can eat the most crab legs. My mama, my other nephew, my brother. They're like, okay, yeah, we'll eat some. But me and my nephew, baby, we be like, okay, we got crab legs. Getting the butter together and all that stuff. And we chowing down. My only issue is when we have crab legs, we get them at Publix, and they steam them for you, and they put the Old Bay on it. The Old Bay be getting on my hands, and I'm constantly have to rinse off and all that stuff. That is my only issue with crab legs, because it's only one crab cracker in the house, and I'm trying to eat my crab legs, so I'm just like cracking them like the shell by itself. But yeah, but this ain't about me. But so they eating. They outside and it's a little cold. Now me, I am G. I don't want to be cold while I'm trying to eat my food. I will go inside. I done got my scream time. I'm about to go inside and eat, get warm while I eat my food. I forgot who it was that asked Eddie, has he spoken to his family? And his mom called, so that's progress. And he hasn't spoken to his mom since before he got married to Wendy. She's never met the grandkids. They've never met her. Well, of course, if she ain't met them, they ain't met her. But yeah, so it's progress going on. She called at the Blue Sky and she asked how the family was. So I'm assuming that included Wendy as well. I just couldn't see myself just turning my back on my child or my family for that because of who they decided they wanted to be with. I just couldn't do it. As long as that person wasn't out here committing crimes and just low down dirty dog, I'm not turning my back on you like that. G, he's come back outside, still a little bit tipsy, and he's talking to me. I said, I had a million things I could be doing, like sleeping. Now, Giselle decides to pipe him. Not Ashley, Giselle talking about some. I thought you apologized for all those making those sleeping jokes. To me, it doesn't seem like Ashley was gonna say anything, but since Giselle brought it up, now Ashley's talking about something. Yeah, the issue is he's like, we talking about in the car. She's like, the issue was I was trying to sleep in the corner. And he was like, when? Where? She's like, on the bus. You got amnesia? You got Alzheimer's? And me, it's like, now, as somebody who has an older husband as well, that shouldn't be coming out your mouth. These two going back and forth and all that other stuff. Mia, she's been somewhat calm. Ashley, she's yelling because she's Robin is between she and Mia, and she's going back and forth. That's how Ashley gets down. You could be sitting there calmly reading her and all that stuff, but she's the one get loud. But you're going to be the one to blame. After some back and forth between these two, Mia was like, "Well, where's your husband at? He's at home with the kids. Are you sure? Yes." I'm like, are you sure? Cause last time after you had baby Dean, he forced you to take the baby with you, and then what happened? He was out at some hotels, went to the strip club, and took a young lady back to the hotel. So are you sure? Frankly, I don't care what Michael does. Don't care what Ashley does. Now, Candace and Chris, that's me. My stomach's popping off. Chris, he over there trying to keep warm. Candace is like, I'm gonna eat my food. And look at the tennis match that is going on. I would have gave a ooh, child. She did. I would have been saying it low, but I would have been saying it in my facial expressions. That's one thing. I can't have child. My face tells it all. That would have been me eating my food like, ooh, child, no, she didn't. No, she didn't just say her husband. Your husband. See how with the kids? No, you're not. That would have been me all the way. Where we at? Okay, Mia, they're back from the trip. Mia and Nisha now they got issues with her mama. They decided to go on a staycation after they came back home from the couples trip. Now I don't know if they came home from the couples trip was like, hey, it's our anniversary, so we want to go away for a few more days, or they left the couples trip and went straight to the staycation. Either way, they had issues with the mama. Now apparently she kept on calling. But G seems he caught an attitude like you can figure out what's going on yourself. First of all, I'm watching your kids. I am not obligated to do this. I am grandma. I'm not mama. I'm not daddy. I am not the nanny. And it seems like this is the first time she was watching the kids, and the G saying you just need to figure things out. No, sir, these is your kids. I don't need to figure out anything. Where we at? Mia said she called because she couldn't figure out what to feed the kids. I'm like, kids love chicken nuggets and french fries, grilled cheese sandwich, macaroni and cheese. That's a staple for like little kids. My nephew can live on macaroni and cheese alone. Throwing a few chicken nuggets, fine. He is a very picky eater, much like his auntie. I have gotten better at, expanding my horizon of food. But she was like, yes, and I had to come home early. I was only gone for 2 hours. Now me and talking about the kids was upset because grandma was acting a sort of certain way, and she's going back to the way she felt abandoned as a child, and she don't want her kids to feel abandoned. My question is, you keep on bringing up your mama abandoning you because she was on drugs and you was telling all her business. How come at no point have you told about your drug habit? You keep on talking about your mama's drug habit, but you had one as well. But you don't bring that up. We on episode 16, and we spent every episode with you talking about your mama and her drug addiction and how that tore your family apart and you was in foster care. But later on in life, you became a drug addict. So you know what her struggle is because you dealt with that struggle, but you not letting your mama live her struggle down. Why you drop spilling on your mama? See, how come you ain't spilling yours? I'm just saying. And you over talking about saying my mom might relapse because the way you have brought up and made her feel each episode, if anything was gonna make her relapse, that was gonna be it. Not Candace talking about her. I just thought it was messed up that you keep on doggone out. Maybe you deflected. Because I didn't know she had a drug addiction until I was doggone scrolling on YouTube one day and it said Mia Thornton and how she had a drug addiction. And then she went to chiropractor to help that out. I don't know how well that works because, I'm no doctor, I'm no pain management, but I thought rehab would work. I didn't know a chiropractor would. Not saying it does or doesn't. I'm just saying. And I'm just saying, Mia, why ain't you over telling your business? So Giselle sits down with her daughters. Now, Giselle's daughters, they don't do nothing else. They're going to tell her like it is and they're not going to sugarcoat it. They talking about they don't want her to be alone, old, gross, and dying alone. And they said, because that's how things are looking. Grace said it's hard to look up to the mom and dad for relationships when we have never seen y'all in a healthy one. You and Daddy broke up when we was young. Later on, you got back with Daddy, and we didn't believe that what it was. You hadn't really had a stable, healthy relationship since we've been, living. And Grace says Giselle is like a vampire because she doesn't show emotion. I was like, well, dang. That's one thing. They will doggone cut Giselle at the knees. We scared you going to die alone and gross. You show no emotions like a vampire. We don't even know what it's like to see a healthy relationship because we never seen that in you and Daddy. Side note, did y'all notice how tall the twins was? They taller than Grace. I'm like, when did this happen? They look like these almost the older siblings. Ashley goes to therapy. I'm not gonna go too much into that. I'm just wondering how come Ashley was not holding baby Dylan's head. I'm just sitting there like, okay, you just hold the baby up and he just now I know the joke is going around that these quarantine babies is new kind of babies. And they fresh out the womb sitting their head up. I know that. But I'm sitting there like, Ashley, how come you are not supporting this baby's head? Like, I don't think he's at that age to where, you don't need to be supporting his head. But he was just sitting there. I'm like, I couldn't even, didn't really care what was going on. But I was more focused on, baby doggone Dylan's head not being supported. Wendy and her mom and daughter do a photo shoot for her candle line. Now, I don't know why Wendy decided during the midst of the photo shoot, she gonna tell her mom how I put your happiness over my happiness growing up, and that's why I became a doctor and not what I wanted to do. Side note, Wendy's mama, she stepped up her wardrobe and her makeup since last season. Last season, it was like too much light. The powder, the foundation was a little too light for her. But this season, she's like, we got a little bit of money. I don't know if they, your friends and family coming on, do they get a little extra money? Either way, she's like, I'm going to show you I've arrived. But anyways, I think it's good for Wendy to lay out her grievances to her mom. I just don't think the fellowship was a time and a place. And I found it funny that Michael used to own the Watergate Hotel, who had so much scandal going on in the back of the day. And then fast forward 30, 40 some odd years, maybe 50, I forgot when Watergate was. And Michael was in all kind of scandal. Just thought that was funny. And I could have went my whole life without seeing Ashley and Michael trying to be intimate. I could have. I could have went all that time. What little did hear from Ashley in her therapy session was the doctor said it's okay for her to be intimate. It's just going to be uncomfortable. And here she goes to hop, skip, and jump over there to be intimate with Michael. Okay. Didn't need to see that. So y'all, that was the gist. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It's free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are on so on my beautiful face puts up a video. You can click on it, you can like it, and share it with your people, and you can come over and be one of my peoples. If you're already one of my peoples, oh, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. And tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples by clicking that icon above. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.